This is Wednesday, March 26th, and I am Glenn, as I think most of you probably already guessed. This is I think a good video because I've seen this video already, or I saw it being filmed. I watched a few of the clips on it, and there were a lot of good lifts on this video. I think Trevor, is really starting to come into his own a little bit. On the Monday video, 2 days ago, he was just phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal. In fact, I told him about all the lifters on that video on Monday. He looked the best. He just looked great. Everything was clicking for him. Sometimes you have those workouts where everything is just clicking. For some reason, you're hitting on all cylinders. That's the way Trevor was on Monday. And Caleb has been clicking lately. He's been training good lately. It seems like every time Caleb touches the bar with a heavy weight, something good happens. He's just in the groove, And I think part of that is because his confidence is really building. And you can just see him when he steps up and grabs the bar. You can see it in his eyes. He knows he's going to make the lift. He's confident that he's going to make it and it's going to be easy. And that's carrying over into his lifting. And that's so important for a weightlifter. Weightlifting is one of those sports that if you have a second's hesitation, all is basically lost. You're dead. You can't hesitate at all. And that's tough for some people. It's tough for me. It's tough for me. Lots of things are tough for me. Most of the things are tougher for me than for these lifters who are actually good lifters. I wouldn't necessarily put myself in that category. But Kayla was expecting good things to happen, and they've been happening. And Matt's having a pretty good week or two also. He recently hit a PR in a bet with James, and to pay up on the bet, James was forced to wear a cheerleading shirt. I'd say that was a major moral victory for Matt. Nice push press. I think he does a double with this weight. And looks like he could have done a set of 4 with it. That did not look like a hard double. That's what I mean by, building confidence. Even when the weight's fairly heavy and hard, I'm certain that weight's not actually easy for him. But he's so confident. He's just not hesitating at all, and he's making it look easy. Definitely making it look easy. Becca's been doing well for so long now, it's almost gotten to be old hat. I have to remind myself sometimes exactly how much Becca has improved since she got to MuscleDriver. She's really improved a lot. But she's done it so gradually. She hasn't exploded with any 20 kilo PRs. It's just been a kilo or 2 here, a kilo or 2 there. PR in her snatch by 1 kilo, one competition, and PR in her clean and jerk by 1 or 2 kilos next competition. And so it's all happened very gradually. But she's really starting to hit some serious numbers now. She's not far away from what has the possibility of making an international team. And of course, that's everybody's goal. And gosh, Travis Cooper's strong. He has just built a squat. I used to think I was a good squatter until I saw Travis, who, you know, weighs 200 pounds less than me and probably squats just about as much. You know, it's been really interesting / fun, whatever you want to call it, to watch Caleb and Tom training together. Those two have a certain, you know, a certain chemistry or whatever you want to call it. You know, they work well together. You know, they really work well together. I think the major thing there, because, you know, working well together, is they're both pretty even as lifters, and they respect each other. You know, both of them cheer for each other. They want each other to do good, because I think they have a lot of respect for each other. Neither one of them are the type of people that walked in here and immediately was a superstar. They both worked hard for what they've gotten, and it's very easy to see that, you know, they both recognize that the other has definitely worked very hard. And the opposite of those two is Morgan, who is about half the size of Tom, close to half the size of Caleb. I mean, she's a little over half the size of Caleb. She's a 148, or excuse me, a 48 kilo lifter. And even Caleb is 105. Tom is much heavier than that. But it's funny to watch both of them lift, particularly Tom, and then watch Morgan training, because they look so different. They look so different. Certainly multiple body types that do well in lifting, because Morgan could not be more different than, say, Tom, as far as a body type. That was a nice push jerk. Or power jerk. I don't, you know, there's a preferred name, push jerk or power jerk. I call it either one. Who knows? But that was the last training session we had, and I'm seeing good things. I'm seeing very good things, and I can't wait till the next competition. I mean, we're having a competition, was it May 3rd? And boy, I'm hoping to see good things, and I think I will. I think I will, because things are going well. Things are going well for all the guys. There's nobody is really not doing well. I have a lot of a lot of guys, and Morgan, and Becca, and people that are pushing their PRs, and people that walk into training, you know, on a multiple days per week with the attempt and the chance to break a PR. And that's really all you can ask for.